I know it's there is sun, but it's kind of dark inside. What do you mean?
For the camera, I mean, light is needed, especially when the light is behind. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivas Adi Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. We are always chanting the glories happily of Harinam Sankirtan, of Sadhu Sangha, of all the processes of Shravanam, Kirtan, Vishnu Smaranam, etc., of devotional service. And we are not only chanting their glories, we are trying to fulfill what is the requirement of a good student. That is humility, tolerance, giving honor to others, developing our faith, having some sadhana, and chanting the bhajans, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Narottam Das Thakur, Gurudev, Guru Maharaj, and others of our sampradaya with the mood which is there. So, O He Harinama Tava Mahima Apara, 152 in the yellow songbook. We are using the yellow songbook here. Hari O He Harinama Tava Mahima Apara. Jai Gurudev, Jai Srila Guru Maharaj Ki Jai. Page 152. O He Harinam Tava Mahima Para Tava Pade Natyami Kori Baro Baro Tava Pade Natyami Kori Baro Baro Gokule Mahotsava Ananda Sagara Tamara Charane Pori Hoya Katara Tumi Krishna Punava Purasiran Nidana Tumi Krishna Punava Purasiran Nidana Tava Pari Pari Tava Guna Kori Gana Kore Tomara Pare Kanta Ashraya Je Kore Tomar Pare Kanta Ashraya Arati Rashinasha Koroho Nishaya Sava Parad Tumi Nasha Korotara Sava Parad Tumi Nasha Korotara Nama Parada Vari Nasha Hotahara Sava Dosha Dhaut Kori Tahara Ridaya Sava Dosha Dhaut Kori Tahara Ridaya Singhasanni Boisa Tumi Paramashaya Atiramya Chidghanananda Mutima Atiramya Chidghanananda Mutima Raso Vaisa Boliveda Koritu Agana Bhakti Vinoda Rupa Goswami Charani Bhakti Vinoda Rupa Goswami Charani Magaye Sarvada Nama Sputi Savakane O He Harinama Tava Mahima Satyami Kori Baro Baro Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Radha Shiva Sari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol O holy name, your glories are boundless. We've been saying about the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. So, Ananda Swarupini, which of the offenses of the holy name is the one to consider that the glories are exaggeration?
Number 5.
Okay, very good. O he Harinama, Tava Mahima Apara. And Mahima, glories. Your glories are boundless. Therefore I bow down at your lotus feet again and again. In Gokuler, Mahotsava Ananda Sagara. O grand festival of Gokula, O ocean of bliss. I fall down at your lotus feet. For I am feeling very distressed and troubled at heart. Tomara charani pori hoya katara. To me, Krishna, Purnavapu rasira nidana. You are Lord Krishna. Your divine form is fully perfect and complete, and you are the origin of all transcendental rasas. Tava paripari, tava guna korigana. Falling down at your lotus feet, I sing of your divine qualities. Jai kore tomara pare ekanta ashraya. You definitely destroy. Oh, that's the second line. Okay, so the second line first in the translation. The second line is Tara arti rashi nasha koroho nishchoya. You definitely destroy nasha, the multitude of afflictions of that person who takes exclusive shelter at your feet. That's the first line. Jai kore tomara pade ekanta ashraya. Tara arti rashi nasha koroho nishchaya. Okay, so next verse. Sava aparada tumi nasha korotara. This nasha coming up again and again. Push out, push out. So you destroy nasha, all of their offenses, even to the extent of nama aparad, the 10 offenses against the holy name of the Lord. Nama aparadavadi, nasha ho tahara, savadosha, all fault, dhautu kori tahara, hridaya, shinghasane, boiso to me, parama ashraya. Cleansing them of all impurities, you are then seated upon the throne of their heart as their supreme shelter. Boisho, sit down. Boisho to me, sit down. So, Singhasanne Vaishotumi Paramashraya Attiramya Chidgana Ananda Mutiman. You are delightful and beautiful, the personification of complete cognizance and condensed bliss. Chidgana Ananda Mutiman. The Vedas sing of you, saying, the Supreme Lord is verily the personification of all transcendental rasas. Rasa Vaisaha, Bali, Veda, Kori, Tua, Gan. Bhakti Vinod, next Bhakti Vinod, Rupa Goswami Charane, Magaye, Sarvada, Nama Smuti Savakshane, at every moment praying. At the lotus feet of Sri Rupa Goswami, Bhakti Vinod constantly begs at every moment for the direct revelation of the holy name. Okay, dear devotees, fast clocks in London, very fast clocks in London. So let us come to the reading of Revealed Truth today, because yesterday we only read Ch.Ch, little bit of Revealed Truth, because we couldn't stop reading Chaitanya Charitamrita. So today let us try to continue first the Revealed Truth, and then we'll come to Chaitanya Charitamrita presently. So Jai Shri Revealed Truth Ki Jai, and Jai Srila Guru Dev, the author, Srila Guru Dev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. And of course, Jai Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rock Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. And Jai our grandfather Guru, the great Guru who has brought Mahaprabhu's full message to the whole world for the first time again, essentially like loudly broadcasting Mahaprabhu's message. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, our grandfather Guru. Jai. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. But how am I still in the same place here? Okay. So we need a little bit of light. And, okay, so we're going to continue reading. This chapter is called The Supreme Controller. All right. So the madness of Lord Shiva, that's a subtitle, and it's on page 77 of the English book. And in Italian and Spanish and other languages, search for some subtitle that says more or less, The Madness of Lord Shiva. Oh, make it bright, bigger. There. And with no reflection. So Jai Srila Gurudev Ki Jai. Not only are conditioned souls and the demigods, headed by Indra and Brahma, bewildered by Krishna's pastimes, but also liberated souls are puzzled by them. Lord Shiva is not a conditioned soul. He is a liberated soul. Lord Shiva is Maheshva Devadidev. That is, the leader of all the demigods, who is worshipped by all the demigods. Whenever there is a great difficulty or obstacle creating trouble within the universe that no one can solve, then it comes to Lord Shiva. Churning of the ocean was one of those examples. Lord Shiva has the power to correct anything. And you know the churning of the ocean. Everybody knows, right? Churning of the ocean, when the poison came out, then all the demigods, oops, we wanted nectar, but poison has come first. And they're all thinking, what's going to happen? This poison is going to kill everything. And then finally they prayed to Lord Shiva. You can do anything, Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva, oh, okay. Then he drank the poison, and then his neck became blue from the poison. And then these are called kantimala, neck beads, neck mala, neck not beads, but necklace, a necklace. But this is Kanti, your neck. And then Shiva became known as Nilakanta. Nilakanta. So whenever there's great difficulty, okay, Lord Shiva has the power to correct anything. We can understand that this is Lord Shiva's position when we hear the story of the Devas and the Asuras churning the ocean. All right. After making a compromise with Lord Vishnu, the Devas and Asuras came together to churn the ocean. They all worked together to churn the ocean, expecting to produce nectar, but many different things were produced. Airavata, the king of the elephants, was produced. Now you know where elephants come from. Okay? Airavata, the king of the elephants, was produced. Ch.Ch, who was? Shh, if you know the answer. Who was Ch.Ch? Who or what? Okay, over to the next. You know? Yes. Horse.
I agree.
No, Ch.Ch. As a horse, as beautifully white as the moon, was produced. And today is full moon. Today is full moon. Purnima. And today is good day for shaving up. In Navadip, they shave up on full moon. Surabhi, the heavenly cow, was produced. Even Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune, was produced. So many things were produced from that ocean, churning the ocean, and distributed. Lakshmi Devi went to Narayan, Surabhi was taken by Indra, and so on. As the Devas and the Asuras continued churning the ocean, poison was produced and everyone was disturbed. No one could destroy or control that poison. When the Devas and the Asuras were confused about what to do with the poison, Vishnu, very smart, said, "Go to Lord Shiva. He is meditating on Mount Kailash." Then all the demigods went to Lord Shiva and prayed, "Prabhu, please save us. Poison has been produced from the ocean." Lord Shiva meditating on Mount Kailash. "No problem." That's what Gurudev said. I'm not sure what the Sanskrit was, but Gurudev saying. Lord Shiva said, "No problem." Then he came down from Mount Kailash and drank all the poison. This is Lord Shiva's nature, that he can digest poison that can kill all the other devas. He has such power. Lord Shiva saved the devas in this way by drinking the poison and holding it in his throat. The poison was blue and appeared like a beautiful blue ornament on Lord Shiva's neck. For this, Lord Shiva became gloriously known as Nilakanta, he who has a bluish neck. So this is Lord Shiva's position and power. He has a very detached nature and he's worshipped by all devas. But that Lord Shiva, who is a liberated soul beyond all material illusion, is also bewildered by Krishna. When nectar was produced from the churning of the ocean, the Asuras stole it. The Asuras stole it. What's an Asura, Devananda Prabhu?
Demon.
Ah, yes. Lord, the Asuras stole the nectar. We take it away. Then Lord Krishna appeared in the form of Mohini Murti, an attractive young woman. We heard the other day how Lord Vishnu appeared as an old man. Now, by his wish, he appears as an attractive young woman. He appeared as Mohini Murti, an attractive young woman, in order to trick the Asuras into returning the nectar to the Devas. Lord Shiva had seen many of the Lord's forms, but when he heard that the Lord had appeared as Mohini Murti before the Asuras, he went to the Lord and requested. So Shiva went to the Lord and requested, I was not present when you distributed ecstasy and appeared in the form of Mohini Murti. Please show me this form of yours. So he didn't see that, but he heard about it. So then he's thinking, oh, Krishna, please show me this form. Krishna said, you want to see that form of mine? Then Parvati Devi was with Lord Shiva at this time, and she smiled. Parvati smiled and said, oh, the Mohini Murti. When Krishna showed his Mohini Murti form, Lord Shiva forgot his position, lost his senses, and ran madly after Mohini Murti. He was completely attracted by Mohini Murti's beauty. So I think Parvati had some idea. Afterwards, when Lord Shiva's mood finally finished, he came back to his senses and Mohini Murti disappeared. Then Lord Shiva saw that he was again standing with Parvati Devi next to him. When Lord Shiva saw Parvati Devi, he smiled, and Parvati Devi also smiled. They both have no shyness, actually. Okay? Lord Shiva told Parvati Devi, have you seen what just happened? I am a liberated... Oh!
Sorry.
No, it's perfect. That's what this is meant for. It must be, because we see in every temple it happens. It's all good. It's all good. So, Shiva said to Parvati, did you see what just happened? Did you see what just happened? I am a liberated soul. Not only that, I can make liberated souls. This is Shiva's power. By my word, I can liberate souls. If I say so, anyone can receive liberation. I have this type of power. So now so he's talking to Parvati, remember? Now you have seen Lord Krishna's supreme power, that I myself have become enchanted by his power and can run madly after his attractive form. And Srila Gurudev continuing, there is a great difference between the worship of the demigods and the worship of Lord Krishna. And Devanandaru, which offense of the holy name would that be that we would refer to if we're saying, if we think they're the same, then will be offense number? Ch.Ch. Devi? Oh, what happened to your breakfast? Please try not to step over the books, things like that, okay? Just.
Thank you.
No, it's not only for you, so everyone can hear, because we do see it happening. Okay, please don't worry. It's not going to do much. Everything is good. Okay. So there is a great difference between the worship of the demigods and the worship of Lord Shiva. Yes, so then offense number 2. Vaishnava, Vishnu. Vaishnava, I was going to give you a sheet. I can print a sheet for you. Remind me before you go. With the key words for remembering the 10 offenses for the holy name. And now everybody knows, everybody else knows, right? The key words we selected are Vaishnava, Vishnu, Guru, Shastra, exaggeration, mundane, sin, piety, faithless, mundane attachment. One word. So these are some key words to help us remember. So there is a great difference between the worship of the demigods and the worship of Lord Krishna. This must be so because all the demigods themselves worship Krishna. And in Prapana Jivanamritam there is that verse which says, who would not worship he who even the liberated worship? Those who are in the upper world, they are worshipping Krishna. So why will we be so proud that we won't worship Krishna? Simply foolishness. Okay, so Srila Gurudev continuing. Sri Krishna alone is the supreme personality of Godhead. And we say this often, and so it's like easily with, supreme personality of Godhead. But Sri Krishna alone is the supreme personality of Godhead. He is the creator of all creation and the controller of all power. Harim iha paramang sava shaktim. As the creator of all creation, he cannot be powerless. Quite a clear statement, right? As the creator of all creation, he cannot be powerless. He must be all-powerful. Especially now in the age of the scientists, we can easily see examples of Krishna's miraculous power and its manifestations everywhere throughout creation. When we are enlightened with transcendental knowledge by Krishna's grace, then we will see Krishna's power existing everywhere, in every direction, within this mundane world. There will be no place where we will not see his power. And as Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, if you see somewhere and you think that I am not there, then that must be illusion, because I am everywhere. All right. Next verse, next paragraph. The invention of the atomic bomb shows us how much power is present inside every atom of Krishna's creation. The scientists have shown that when the charged electrons and protons within an atom are separated, a tremendous explosion occurs. We heard that one of the scientists who helped invent the atomic bomb, Robert Oppenheimer, he had read Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and when he saw the first test explosion of an atomic bomb, he remembered this following verse. Divi Surya Sahasrasya Bhaved Yuga Pad Uttita Jadi Bha Sadrishi Sasyad Bhasas Tasya Mahatmanaha. So this Robert Oppenheimer remarked, what I am seeing now before me appears like thousands of suns in full bloom. Seeing such light must be similar to seeing the effulgence of the Vishvarup, the universal form of Krishna. So that's what was remarked by that scientist. And then Gurudev saying, through the example of the atomic bomb, we can understand how much power is present within every atom of creation. All of that power is controlled by Krishna. All that power is controlled by Krishna. Krishna is so powerful. Even the smallest fragments of his creation contain so much power. But Krishna is actually more powerful than we can conceive. We cannot even conceive of the full extent of his power. We cannot actually prove how powerful Krishna is through our experience of the mundane world. If I say, his power is so great, how much can I actually understand? I may say, his power is as great as the sky. The sky may be the biggest thing that I can see, but how big is the sky? Beyond what we can see to be the sky is the Mahakash, the outer space of this universe. And that is far greater than the sky that we can see. But the Mahakash includes only the space found within this particular universe. The scriptures teach us that there are millions of universes existing side by side within the Viraja, the river that divides the material and spiritual worlds. And the whole of the material nature existing within the Viraja is only one Vibhuti, one part of the majesty and creation of the infinite kingdom of Lord Sri Krishna. There is no end to how much more exists beyond the sky we see with our eyes. We cannot understand how great Krishna's power is with only our mundane experience. It is achintya, inconceivable. Hare Krishna. Govinda. Okay. And inconceivable how fast are our clocks. Okay, so we're going to remember each something until breakfast. It's not very far away, breakfast. But at breakfast time, we can't repeat what another one says. So you have to have a little list of some things we've heard today. Hare Krishna, Jai Revealed Truth Ki Jai, Jai Srila Gurudev Srila Bhakti Sundar Govindadev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. And now, Jai Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai, and Jai Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Ki Jai, and Jai Srila Prabhupada, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who has given us Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, and Jai Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Vishwanath Chakravarti, and so many that Srila Prabhupada has drawn the purports from for the understanding, for our understanding of Chaitanya Charitamrita. All right, we're in the Ramananda Samvad, and we're at the high stages of discussion. Mahaprabhu asking Ramananda Roy questions, and Mahaprabhu empowering Ramananda Roy to reply. We're reading Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter number 8. Madhya Lila, chapter 8, text 101. Jai Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai, Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Ki Jai. Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda, Jai Advaita Chandra, Jai Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda, Jai Advaita Chandra. Text 101. Prabhu kohe, age kaha, shunite pai shuki, apurvamrita nadi bahe tomara mukhe. We read that yesterday. Lord, but we can read it every day. How beautiful. Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, please speak on. I am very happy to hear you because a river of unprecedented nectar is flowing from your mouth. Next verse, Mahaprabhu speaking, Churi kari are stealing. Churi kari radha ke nila, gopi ganera dare, anyapeksha hoile premira garata na spure. Okay, it is Bengali, however, we need the translation. During the rasa dance, Sri Krishna did not exchange loving affairs with Srimati Radharani due to the presence of the other gopis. Because of the dependence of the others, the intensity of love between Radha and Krishna was not manifest. Therefore, Krishna stole her away. Okay, we are reading these with care and reverence and keeping them on our head. Next verse. Radha lagi gopire jadi shakshat kore tyaga tabe jani radhaya krishnera gara anuraga. And gara means intense. So if Lord Krishna rejected the company of the other gopis, and so is this Mahaprabhu speaking? No, what did we read just now? Prabhu kohe. Yeah, Mahaprabhu is... This is still Mahaprabhu speaking, yes? So if Krishna rejected the company of the other gopis for Srimati Radharani, we can understand that Lord Sri Krishna has intense affection for her. Oh, okay, next verse. Raya kohe. So now Ramananda Roy is replying to Mahaprabhu from here on. Raya kohe. Tobe shunna premera mahima. We heard this, mahima glories, just a little while ago. Tri jagate rada premera nahika uppama. There is not comparison in the three worlds. So, Ramananda Roy continued, please therefore hear from me about the glories of Srimati Radharani's loving affairs. They are beyond compare within these three worlds. Next verse, finding herself treated equally with all the other gopis, Srimati Radharani displayed her tricky behavior and left the circle of the rasa dance. Missing Srimati Radharani's presence, Krishna became very unhappy and began to lament, and wander throughout the forest to search her out. And then our first Sanskrit verse of the day, and almost certainly is from I was going to say Srimad Bhagavatam, but it is from Gita. These are from Gita Govinda of Jayadev Goswami, which the books that Mahaprabhu relished with Ramananda Roy and Swarup Damodar. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Ramananda Roy and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Okay, next verse. So the two verses are Kangsharir api sangsara vasana baddha shrinkalam radham adhaya hridoye tatyaja vraja sundarihi. That's the first verse. Translation, so from Sanskrit to English. Lord Krishna, the enemy of Kamsa, took Srimati Radharani within his heart, for he desired to dance with her. Thus he left the arena of the rasa dance and the company of all the other beautiful damsels of Braja. And next verse also from Gita Govinda. Being afflicted by the arrow of Cupid and unhappily regretting his mistreating Srimati Radharani, Madhava, Lord Krishna, began to search for her along the banks of the Jamuna river. When he failed to find her, he entered the bushes of Vrindavan and began to lament. Hare Krishna. Then Ramananda Roy saying in Bengali, E dui shlokera ata vicharila jani vicharite uttejena amritera khani, a mine of amrita. Simply by considering these two verses, one can understand what nectar there is in such dealings. It is exactly like freeing a mine of nectar. Shattakoti, hundreds of thousands. Shattakoti, gopi sange. In fact, it's hundreds of tens of thousands, because koti is 10,000. Correct? Koti, 10,000. Anyhow, Shattakoti, gopi sange, rasa vilasa, Tara Madhya Eka Murtye Rahe Radha Pasha. And whoever hears Srila Goswami Maharaj's talks, you know that this theme comes up many times. Although Krishna was in the midst of hundreds of thousands of gopis during the rasa dance, he still kept himself in one of the transcendental forms. It's not what I thought it was going to be. He still kept himself in one of his transcendental forms by the side of Srimati Radharani. Okay, Tara Madhya Eka Murtye Rahe Radha Pashe. Okay. Lord Krishna is equal to everyone in his general dealings. This is the next verse. But due to the conflicting ecstatic love of Srimati Radharani, there were opposing elements. Next verse. The progress, this is quoting from Ujjvala Nilamani by Rupa Goswami. Books we do not read, but we take very carefully when they're presented, selected verses by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj. The progress of loving affairs between a young boy and a young girl is like the movement of a snake. On account of this, two types of anger arise between a young boy and a young girl. That is, anger with cause and anger without cause. Then next verse, Ramananda Roy speaking, and we know the first two words, Krodha Kori, Arasa Chari, Gela Mana Kori, Tare Na Dekya, Vyakula Hoila Sri Hari. When Radharani left the rasa dance out of anger and resentment, Lord Sri Krishna became very anxious because he could not see her. Continuing, Ramananda Roy saying, Lord Krishna's desire in the Rasa Leela circle is perfectly complete, but Srimati Radharani is the binding link in that desire. The Rasa dance does not shine in the heart of Krishna without Srimati Radharani. Therefore, he also gave up the circle of the Rasa dance and went out to search for her. When Krishna went out to search for Radharani, he wandered here and there, not finding her. Wandered here and there, full stop. Not finding her, he became afflicted by the arrow of Cupid and began to lament. Since Krishna's lusty desires were not satisfied even in the midst of hundreds of thousands of gopis, and he was thus searching after Srimati Radharani, we can easily imagine how transcendentally qualified Srimati Radharani is. My goodness, there's an answer from Mahaprabhu. And then Prabhu Kohe Mahaprabhu said, Jailagi Ailama Tomastane, Se Saba Tattva Vastu Hoila Mora Gyane. Mahaprabhu then said, that for which I have come to your residence has now become an object of truth in my knowledge. All right, but it doesn't end here, but it will continue tomorrow. We worship these things, they're not for our day-by-day discussion, but we are hearing about this. We're getting a little window to the upper world. We keep our head looking through that window like the skylight, isn't it? They have that. I open the window. Oh, look, I can see something. Something is being shown to us. Jai Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. And who will sing Hari Haraya Nama Krishna? Do you know Hari Haraya Nama Krishna at all? Can you try? If you're familiar with it at all, Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. The first 4 verses. If you like to try. You don't know? Okay, no problem. Then who is always very quiet? Ananga Manjari, you're always very quiet. So kindly, but you can sing just the first 4 verses and then Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Hare Hare Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namaha Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan
Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohan
Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohan
Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra
Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra
Adadara Shiva Shadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Radha Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunatha
Jaya Rupa Sanatana Raghunatha
Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasha Raghunath
Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasha Raghunath We need artificial
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol
Microphone's just there. For you.
And I say the
Jai.
Jai. Jaya Sabai Kara Sisi Guru Goranga Sundar Radha Kiridari Juki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Rakak Sita Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Ki Jai. Sri Rupanuga Guru Varga Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Sapashala Sri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Sapashala Sima Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath. Shyamakunda Radha Kunda Kiri Govardhan Ki Jai. Tulasi Maharani Ki Jai. Ganga Yamuna Ju Ki Jai. Granta Raj Srimad Bhagavatam Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai. Sri Navadvip Dham Ki Jai. Sri Mayapur Dham Ki Jai. Sri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Sri Purushottama Dham Ki Jai. Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Ju Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat East London Chapter Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat West London Chapter Ki Jai. Oh, glories to the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Srila Bhakti Rajan Madhusudan Maharaj ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Mat West London chapter ki jai. Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Gaur. Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Mat